I know exactly what you have been struggling with your whole life. You've been told to pick one thing and stick with it. You've been told that being interested in too many things means you are unfocused. You've been told that successful people specialize and that your scattered curiosity is a sign of immaturity. And somewhere deep inside, you have started to believe them. You look at your resume and see a scattered mess of unrelated experiences. You look at your browser tabs and see 20 different obsessions fighting for your attention. You look at the people around you climbing their corporate ladders and wonder what is wrong with you. Why can you not just pick one thing like everyone else? But I am here today to tell you something that might change your entire life. There is nothing wrong with your brain. You are not broken. You are not unfocused. You are not a failure in progress. You are what psychology calls a multipotentialite. But here at Uncommon Mind, I prefer a different term. You are a polymath in training. And today we are going to look at the science that proves your scattered interests are not a career liability. They are your greatest competitive advantage. Let me explain why. For the last century, society has worshipped the specialist. The message was simple and seductive. Pick one lane, go deep. Become the best in the world at that one narrow thing. And for a long time, this advice made perfect sense. The world was predictable. Industries moved slowly. A single skill could carry you safely for an entire 40-year career. Psychologists call this a kind learning environment. The rules are clear and they do not change. The feedback is immediate, and repetition is rewarded generously. But here is the problem that nobody is talking about. That world no longer exists. The world you are entering is what researchers call a wicked learning environment. The rules are constantly changing beneath your feet. Technology is disrupting entire industries overnight, and the patterns that worked yesterday might be completely useless tomorrow. In this new and chaotic world, the hyper-specialist is actually at tremendous risk. Their deep but narrow expertise can become a dangerous blind spot. They know everything about one thing, but nothing about everything else. And when the game changes, and it always does, they struggle desperately to adapt. But your brain was built for exactly this kind of chaos. You see, psychology has identified a special type of learner, someone whose curiosity naturally spans multiple domains without permission. Someone who gets bored after mastering the basics and immediately wants to explore something new. Someone who sees invisible connections between fields that specialists completely miss. This is called integrative thinking, and it is your superpower. Think about it like this. Most people build their career like a tower, one skill stacked carefully on top of another. Tall and impressive from the outside, but narrow and surprisingly fragile. If the foundation cracks, the whole thing comes crashing down. But you are building something entirely different. You are building a web. Each interest you explore becomes a new node in your network, and those nodes start connecting in ways you never expected and nobody else can predict. The photography you learned 3 years ago suddenly helps you understand visual design principles. The psychology books you devoured last summer suddenly help you write marketing copy that actually converts. The music theory you studied as a teenager suddenly helps you recognize patterns hiding in complex data. This is what neuroscientists call far transfer, the rare ability to take a concept from one domain and apply it brilliantly to a completely different one. Specialists are naturally good at near transfer, applying what they know to similar and predictable problems. But polymaths like you are masters of far transfer. You are the bridge builders between isolated islands of knowledge, the pattern recognizers in a world drowning in noise, the ones who see the music when everyone else just hears random sounds. And here is the beautiful part that history keeps proving. The greatest innovators who ever lived were not specialists. They were polymaths. Leonardo da Vinci was a painter, engineer, anatomist, architect, and musician. Benjamin Franklin was a writer, scientist, inventor, diplomat, and philosopher. Marie Curie combined physics and chemistry in ways nobody had imagined before. Steve Jobs merged calligraphy, technology, and Eastern philosophy to create Apple. They did not succeed despite their scattered interests, they succeeded precisely because of them. Their unique combinations created value that no specialist could ever replicate. But I also need to be completely honest with you. This path is not easy. Society will keep telling you to pick one thing. Your parents might not understand your unconventional journey. Your friends might think you are wasting precious time jumping between interests, and there will be dark moments when you seriously doubt yourself. You will look at the specialists around you getting promotions and recognition. You will wonder if you made a terrible mistake by not following the traditional path. But here's what you need to remember in those difficult moments. You are not behind. You are building something fundamentally different. The specialists are climbing a ladder someone else built. You are weaving a tapestry that only you can create. And tapestries take longer to complete, but they are far more beautiful and valuable when finished. Now, let me give you the practical strategy to make this work. First, pick one core skill and go deep enough to be genuinely competent. This becomes your anchor, your professional home base, the thing that pays your bills while you freely explore your other interests. This does not mean you are abandoning your curiosity. It means you are giving yourself a stable foundation to build your empire from. Second, keep exploring your other interests, but now you do it with clear intention. You are not randomly dabbling anymore like a confused tourist. You are collecting specific pieces for a puzzle that only you can see. Every book you read is adding to your library. Every skill you learn is adding to your toolkit. Every rabbit hole you fall into is expanding your web of knowledge. Third, actively look for the intersections between your interests. This is where the real magic happens. The place where your different passions overlap is where you will find career opportunities that don't even exist yet. That is where you will create unique value that no specialist can ever replicate. You are not looking for a job that already exists on some job board. You are building a career that only someone with your exact combination of interests could ever create. And finally, build a simple system to capture your ideas and connections. Your polymath brain generates more insights than it can possibly hold. Write them down somewhere. Save them in a place you can find them later, because 3 years from now, one of those random notes might become the foundation of your entire career. So the next time someone tells you to pick one thing and stick with it, take a breath, smile internally, and remember the truth that we understand here at Uncommon Mind. You are not scattered. You are not unfocused. You are not behind. You are a polymath in a world that desperately needs more of you. The specialists will always have their place in society, but the future belongs to those who can connect the dots that nobody else can see. And you, my friend, were born to connect. I will see you in the next one.